Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome to 28 Days of Black Fashion History. Let me put y'all on a little something. Let me do it. Dapper Dan. Y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. Y'all don't know. Logomania, people. Logomania. And for those of you that still don't know what I'm talking about, Logomania is when a brand uses their logo excessively and put it all over an item. And who came up with that? Dapper Dan. So in the 80s and 90s, Dapper Dan would take a high-end brand's logo and put it on fabric to create items. It became super popular with all the rappers. His clientele included LL Cool J, Mike Tyson, Salt and Pepper, Jay-Z, and so on. Before all of this, Dapper Dan wanted to be a wholesaler, getting garments from manufacturers and selling them that way. But people really didn't want to sell to him because of his race and location. So then he decided to go to the public library and learn everything about fashion on his own. Now, Dapper Dan was a designer, but he did not sew and he was not a tailor. So he went to go find his own people. He saw that companies like Gucci and Louis Vuitton were very famous for their leather goods, like bags and wallets. But he didn't want to continue to do anything like that. He wanted to make actual garments from leather. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Are these not knockoffs? No. He felt like the things that he created were way too valuable to be called knockoffs. That's valid. Dapper Dan did not want to create anything that anybody else could think of, especially these big houses. What he did was invent a process called screen printing on leather. While creating these items with the logomania effect, Dapper Dan did not have permission to use these brands' logos. They raided his studio around the late 90s because he was using Gucci and Louis Vuitton's logo without their permission. But in 2017, Gucci came out with a similar design that looked just like something Dapper Dan did in the 90s. And of course, with this being a time of social media, Gucci got called out for stealing Dapper Dan's ideas. But after being called out, Gucci reached out to Dapper Dan. Hey, come design for us. Dapper Dan started making custom designs for Gucci and got his own Gucci store. To sum it all up, he was iconically known for playing a huge part and bringing high fashion to the hip hop culture. Now that is a cute ending.